Hello everyone, happy Sunday. Welcome to Vinyasa. So we're going to go ahead and start in our seats per usual. So you can take a seat on your heels or swing your legs around, fold your legs, find a comfortable seat, sit bones on the mat. I'm going to sit on my heels. I feel like my knees don't get stretched out enough. Let's sit here. So wherever you are, just go ahead and place your hands on your knees or thighs, palms face down. If you feel like you have enough energy this Sunday afternoon, or if you need a little bit more energy, turn your palms face up. So also allow your chest to open up a little. And you can either soften your gaze to a spot on the floor or close your eyes. And we'll start with our body scan, checking in with any spot where you might be holding tension. And try to release by using your breath. So you can take your inhale to any of the spots where you feel tension. And then on your exhale, try to release, sinking into your seated pose. And start by wiggling your toes. Let them relax. Your legs are folded, letting your knees fall towards the mat rather than holding them up. Just let your knees relax. Opening your hips, allowing your hips to relax. Wiggling your fingers a couple of times and allow them to relax. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Let your shoulders relax. Kind of rolling your shoulders back to really open your chest up. Maybe tuck your chin just slightly so the back of your neck is nice and long. Let your jaw relax. Soften the creases of your eyes and forehead. Letting them relax. And then focus in on your breathing, starting with your belly. Releasing all of your air. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Exhale, release through your nose. Emptying your belly last. Take a few more rounds of breath. The pace of your own breath. Taking your inhale all the way up to your upper back without shrugging your shoulders. And then once you can't take in any more, then you exhale, release fully, pushing out every last breath from your belly before you begin again. On your next round of breath, set your intention for your yoga class today. It's focusing on your breath, trying to stay present. Or maybe there's something else you're working on in your own yoga practice that you want to focus on. Set your intention now. And then we'll take a round of breath together to collectively set our intention. Begin by exhaling all of your air, pushing out every last breath from your belly. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Open mouth, release. Then on your next inhale, begin to plant your hands on the mat. Coming into a tabletop pose. Bringing your knees hip-width distance apart. Wrists shoulder-width distance apart. Really push into your fingers. You can really push into the finger pads. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Lift your chest up. Take your gaze towards the top of your mat. And by lifting your chest, you're kind of just pushing into your hands, and you'll feel your chest come a little closer to the ceiling. So you're pushing it in the direction of the ceiling. And we try to keep our chest lifted through all of our cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for your cow. Exhale, pull your belly toward your spine, round your back, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Move through a few more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Again, keeping the integrity of the pose by keeping your chest lifted, your belly button pulled in, and focus on your equal inhales and exhales, which will also help maintain integrity of your poses throughout the practice by trying not to move too fast, but only moving with your breath. And on your next inhale, we'll come back into that tabletop pose. Extend your right leg long on the mat, tuck your toes on the mat, and push your heel towards the back of your mat. Keeping your belly button pulled towards your spine, chest lifted, gaze forward. And then inhale, lift that right leg up so it's parallel to the mat, hips parallel to the mat, and then extend your left arm forward, fingertips towards the top of the mat, thumb towards the ceiling. Really pull your fingertips forward and your foot back to elongate here. Take an inhale, and then exhale, bring your elbow and knee to touch underneath you. Inhale, lengthen, reaching forward and back. Exhale, pull your elbow and knee to touch underneath you. And move through 2 more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Again, keeping those equal inhales and exhales, moving with intention here. Then reach long one last time on your inhale. And then exhale, bring your hand and knee back down onto the mat, coming into that table. And then we'll switch sides. Extend your left leg long, tucking your toes on the mat, pushing that heel towards the back of your mat. Pull your belly button toward your spine, lift your chest, gaze forward. Then inhale, lift that left leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. And reach your right arm forward, fingertips forward, thumb towards the ceiling. Pulling your arm forward and the foot back. Make yourself nice and long. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knee and elbow to touch underneath you. Inhale, extend, reach forward and back. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, extend. Do 2 more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Those nice long inhales as you reach forward and back, and equally long exhale. And after your second round, we'll meet back with our arm and leg extended long, parallel to the mat. And then exhale, bring your hand and knee back down onto the mat. And from here, coming into a child's pose, bring your big toes to touch, take your knees as wide as your mat, and drop your hips back towards your heels, walking your hands forward, letting your chest come down towards the mat, forehead down towards the mat. And then from here, on your next inhale, walk your hands over towards the right side of the mat. You may even be able to walk your hands off of the mat, feeling a nice stretch down your right side. Chest still coming towards the mat, forehead resting on the mat. And then inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale, walk them over towards the right side of the mat. Again, maybe walking them all the way off till you feel a nice stretch down your left side. Dropping your chest towards the mat. Bringing your forehead to the mat. Maybe dropping that left armpit towards the mat. Then inhale, walk your hands back to center and make your way back up into your tabletop pose. And once you're situated in your table, you can walk your hands forward just an inch or 2, tuck your toes on the mat, pull your belly button towards your spine and lift your knees just an inch or 2, keeping your gaze forward. Back of your neck is nice and long. Really breathing into your belly for a couple of rounds. Warming yourself up. Doing a bit of a core exercise to start. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, keep your knees bent deeply, coming into your downward facing dog, lifting your hips towards the ceiling, pulling your chest back towards your thighs. Push weight into your index fingers and thumbs, and bring your ears in between your biceps, pulling your belly button towards your spine. And then inhale, walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. You can still have that deep bend in your knees to start your practice, letting your low back relax, letting your head hang heavy, maybe coming into ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows with your hands, nodding your head yes, shaking no. And if you have the grip of your elbows, go ahead and release. Walk your hand towards the center of your mat, but above your toes. Bend your right knee deeply and reach your left arm towards the ceiling, coming into a twist. Maybe having a slight bend in your left knee. Maybe feeling a stretch in your low back, left hip area. Maybe taking your gaze up towards your hand. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bring that left hand back down onto the mat. Switch sides, left hand in the center. Deep bend in the left knee, reaching the right arm towards the ceiling. Maybe having a slight bend in that right knee. Maybe taking your gaze up toward your fingertips. Feeling that stretch on the right side, around your hip. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bring that right hand down onto the mat. Inhale, bring your palms to your shins or thighs, creating a flat back, taking your gaze forward, then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, coming into a mountain pose. Shoulders relaxed. And then exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, palms to shins or thighs, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into a high plank. We'll stay here for a breath, bringing your wrists in line with your shoulders, pushing into your finger pads, hips in line with shoulders, and then drop your knees onto the mat, untuck your toes. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, hug your elbows by your sides. Slowly lower all the way down, chin, chest, then hips. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Exhale, lower. Two more times. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Push back through table or plank into your downward facing dog. In this down dog, you can begin to drop your heels towards the mat, lift your hips towards the ceiling, pull your belly button toward your spine, and push weight into your index fingers and thumbs. And then maybe pedaling your feet here, dropping one heel down, then the opposite. And turning your biceps forward, coming away from your ears towards the top of your mat. You'll feel your shoulders kind of relax away from your ears when you do that. And then settle in your down dog, dropping both heels down towards the mat, lifting the hips up. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back. High plank. This time you have the option. Keep your knees lifted or drop them down. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Slowly lower down. Pull your elbows by your side. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back, high plank, same options here. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga, hug those elbows in. Bring chin, chest, hips down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It'll be your vinyasa for class. You're always welcome to skip it and go straight to your down dog if you need to. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose and sweep your arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Walk your right foot forward until your ankle and knee are in one line. And then drop that back knee down onto the mat. Inhale, bring your palms onto your right thigh. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. You can either stay here or sweep your arms towards the ceiling. Coming into a modified high lunge, shoulders relaxed. And then on our inhale, we're gonna pull back so that your left hip is in line with your left knee. You're kind of straightening that right leg. And then exhale, bend into the right knee, coming back into your lunge. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, bend. One more round. Inhale, pull back. And then exhale, bend into your lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, tuck your back toes, lift that back knee, and then come into a standing splits, lifting the left leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing towards the floor, folding over your right leg. Maybe you have a slight bend in that right knee. Let your head hang heavy. Nodding your head yes, shaking no. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, step that left foot next to the right, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot back, coming into a low lunge on the opposite side. Walk that left foot forward till your heel and knee, or ankle and knee are in one line. And then drop that right knee down onto the mat. Modified low lunge. Inhale, bring your right hands or your hands onto your left thigh. Or you can extend your arms towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. And on your inhale, pull your hips back till the right hip's in line with the right knee. Exhale, lunge forward, bending into that left knee. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, lunge. One more round. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, lunge. Take an inhale here. And exhale, plant your hands on the mat or your fingertips, tuck those back toes, lift the knee, and then come up into your standing splits on this side, bringing the right leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down, head hangs heavy, have a slight bend in that left knee, really pushing the right foot back towards the back of your mat. Take one more inhale here. Then this time on your exhale, step back into the low lunge and then step back into your high plank. moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your folds. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step that left foot back, coming into the low lunge. This time, keep the back knee lifted. And inhale, come up into your high lunge. Shoulders relaxed, arms towards the ceiling. And then on your inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more round. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, really bend deeply into that front knee, coming into your high lunge. Take an inhale here. And exhale, plant your hands on the mat, coming into that standing splits. Lunge forward or walk the left foot forward. Lift the left leg parallel to the mat. Toes pointing down. Head hangs heavy. Pushing that left heel towards the back of your mat. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Step that left foot next to the right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot back. Coming into that low lunge. And then inhale, sweep your arms up. Coming into your high lunge. Pull that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, straighten. Really come up onto those back toes too. And exhale, lunge. One more round. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lunge. You bend deeply into that front knee. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands, standing splits. Bringing that right leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Let your head hang heavy. Hips parallel to the mat. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, step back into the low lunge. And then high plank, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here, really lifting your hips towards the ceiling, chest toward your thighs. Then on your next inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back, coming into that low lunge. Then inhale, sweep your arms up, coming into your high lunge, shoulders relaxed. Then we're gonna add a movement in this round. So you're gonna inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend that right leg and bend the left knee, bringing it towards the mat. You're gonna inhale, come up, straighten both legs. Exhale, lunge, drop that left knee down. Inhale, come up, straighten. One more round. Exhale, lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, straighten. And then exhale, just lunge forward, keeping that left knee lifted. You can come up onto the left toes. Take one last inhale here. Then exhale, fold forward, planting your hands, coming into that standing splits. Letting your head hang heavy, nodding yes, shaking no. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, step the left foot next to the right, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step that right foot back, low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Come up onto those back toes, left hip forward, left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Same movement here. Exhale, lunge, and then drop that back knee down towards the mat. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, lunge. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, straighten. One more round. Exhale, bend. Drop the back knee down. And then inhale, straighten. Exhale, high lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands. Coming into your standing splits. Lifting the right leg parallel to the mat. Really flex that right foot. Push the right foot back. Let your head hang heavy. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, step back into the low lunge. Then high plank. Move to your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll take 3 rounds of breath here. You're also welcome to come into your child's pose if you'd like. If you're in down dog, pull your belly toward your spine, lift your hips up, push weight into your index fingers and thumbs. Let those heels drop towards the mat. Inhale, bend your knee, or if you're in child's pose, meet us back into downward facing dog. Then once you're in down dog, inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center for prayer. And then down by your side, palms facing forward, chest open. Either soften your gaze or close your eyes. Feeling your feet grounded into the mat. Belly button toward your spine. Tailbone pointing down. Shoulders relaxed. Soften the creases of your eyes and forehead. And inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step your left foot back, coming into that low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, high lunge. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, shoulders relaxed. Really bending into that front knee. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, reach your fingertips forward as you fold over your right thigh. Then we're going to take an inhale here. And then exhale, bring your fingertips down, coming into your standing splits once again. Left leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down, hips parallel to the mat. Then we're going to transition to our half moon from here. Bringing your right fingertips onto the mat, above your toes, but kind of off to the right. Left hand on your hip. And then slowly begin to open your hips, turning your toes towards the side of your mat. We moved from our hips being parallel to the mat, being parallel to the side of the mat or the wall or whatever is facing on your left side. And then you can keep your left hand on your hip or reach that left arm towards the ceiling. Maybe have a slight bend in that right knee. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, bend deeply into the right knee as you step back, coming into your warrior two. So coming up, bringing your arms parallel to the mat. Front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Really bending into that front knee. Peeking at your right big toe. If you can't see it, pull your knee out towards the pinky toe. Shoulders and hips are in one line. Maybe taking your gaze over your right fingertips. Then inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left hand down onto your back leg. Still bending into that front knee. Or you can wrap your left arm around your low back. Maybe take your gaze up towards your fingertips. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting your right forearm on your right thigh, or you could drop those right fingertips down into the inside of your foot on the mat. You could have your left arm reaching towards the ceiling to start, and then maybe reaching over your ear towards the top of your mat, palm face down. Push weight into the outer edge of your back foot. Take a little bit of pressure off your front foot. Then inhale, come back up. Warrior two. And then from here, you're gonna spin up onto your back toes. So onto your left toes, and then you're gonna turn your chest forward, coming into that high lunge, reaching your arms up, chest forward, bending into that right knee. And then from here, just step the back foot forward to meet the front. I'm gonna turn towards you. We're gonna come into a chair pose. So begin to push your hips back. You can either have your big toes touching or your feet hip width distance apart. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Let your shoulders relax. And then peek down at your big toes, or all of your toes, I should say. Wiggle them a couple of times, and then let them rest on the mat. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Hands at heart center. Folding over your legs, straightening your legs, letting your head hang heavy. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, mountain pose. Really reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, dive back forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, step your right foot back, coming into the low lunge. Switch around for you. And into the low lunge on this side. And then inhale, come up, high lunge, sweeping your arms towards the ceiling. Left hip back, right hip forward. We're bending into that front knee, coming up on those back toes. Your back leg straightens a little bit. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, exhale, reach your fingertips forward as you fold over your left thigh, taking your gaze towards the top of your mat. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, bring your fingertips down, coming into those standing splits once again on this side. Hips parallel to the mat, toes pointing down, head hanging heavy. And then we'll transition into our half moon on this side. Planting those fingertips on the mat, off to the left a little. Bring your right hand onto your hip first, and then begin to open your hips off to the side, toes pointing in the direction of the side of your mat. Taking your gaze to one spot of your drishti, help with your balance, and then maybe reaching that right arm towards the ceiling, opening your chest, opening your hips, maybe taking your gaze up towards your fingertips. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bend deeply into that left knee. Step the right foot back, coming into your warrior two. Your front heel's in line with the arch of your back foot, bending into that left knee. Arms parallel to the mat. Palms face down. Shoulders relaxed. Peek at that left big toe. If you can't see it, pull your knee out towards your pinky toe. Push weight into the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand onto your right leg or wrapped around your low back. Bend into that left knee. You take your gaze up towards your fingertips. Left shoulder relaxed. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting forearm on left side or dropping that left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Start by reaching your right arm towards the ceiling, and then maybe reaching it over your ear, towards the top of your mat, palm face down. And inhale, come up, warrior two. And then once again, spin onto those back toes, coming into your high lunge, facing towards the top of your mat. Bend into that left knee. And then inhale, step that back foot forward to meet the front. And we'll once again come into a chair, but this time we're going to start with our hands at heart center. You can bring big toes to touch or feet hip width distance apart. We're just going to take a minute here to really focus on our feet. So kind of rock back and forth. And then settle in a spot where you're equally distributing your weight between the balls of your feet and your heels. You can lift your toes, wiggle them a couple of times. And then on your next exhale, come back into that chair pose. Dropping your hips back, pulling your belly button towards your spine. And then you can either stay here or begin to shift weight into your right foot. And then lift your left knee up. Bring your left ankle onto your thigh. Push that left knee towards the mat. And then maybe sit back a little more into your seat. Pulling your hips back. So your knee is behind your toes. You should still be able to see your toes. Hands in heart center. Shoulders relaxed. Or you can reach your arms towards the ceiling. Or come into goalpost arms. You want to open your chest a little more. Keeping your gaze on your drishti, one spot that's not moving. Then on your next exhale, if they're not already there, bring your hands back to heart center. And we're going to switch sides. Bringing that left foot down, staying in your chair pose. Then bring your right ankle onto your left thigh. Sit back in your seat. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Pull that knee back behind your toes and still try to keep your chest lifted. Again, you can either stay here or reach your arms towards the ceiling or come into those goalposts. Flexing your right foot, dropping that right knee down towards the mat. Focusing on your breathing and your drishti to help with your balance. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, hands at heart center. Bring that foot back down, staying in your chair pose for one more round of breath. One more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. And your hands come down towards the mat, holding over your thighs, head hangs heavy. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your floor. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step back into a high plank. You're gonna have two options here. You can either stay in your high plank with your hips in line with your shoulders, wrists in line with shoulders, or you can lift your right leg on an inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach that right leg back. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach the leg back. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, reach the leg back, and then bring it down onto the mat, switching sides. Inhale, lift that left knee. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, knee into your chest. Inhale, reach back. And then bring that foot down and move to your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. It's hard to do and talk at the same time. All right. Maybe pedaling your feet in your down dog. Lifting those hips up, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Ears between your biceps. And then from here, we're going to move into pigeon. So if you know you prefer to take pigeon on your back, to move there. Otherwise, extend your right leg towards the ceiling. Then exhale, bring your right ankle towards your left wrist, bringing your right shin parallel or close to parallel to the top of your mat. Just peek back at your left leg. Walk it back a little, extended long behind you. Inhale, lift your chest forward, gaze forward. And then exhale, begin to fold over your right leg. Maybe coming down onto your forearm. Or maybe you can reach your arms forward, come to rest all the way down on the mat. Wherever you are, just make sure your hips are parallel to the mat. So you may need to lift that right hip up a little. We're not in class. Normally I would recommend a block, but just make sure those hips are staying parallel. And then let your head hang heavy. Check in with that right hip. Feel any tension there. Take your inhale into the right hip. And exhale, try to release. Sinking a little closer towards the mat. And on your next inhale, begin to come out. Walking your hands back towards your shin. Tucking your left toes, lifting that left knee. And then either coming back into a table or going straight into your down dog. We'll all meet in our down dog. Maybe lifting that right leg up, shaking it out a little before bringing it back down onto the mat. And then we'll switch sides. Inhale your left leg towards the ceiling. Exhale, left ankle towards right wrist. Bringing your shin parallel or close to parallel to the top of the mat. Peek back at that right leg, tuck your toes, walk that right leg a little bit longer. And then lift your chest up, gazing forward on an inhale. Then exhale, begin to walk your hands forward, folding over that left leg. Coming down onto your forearms, and reaching your arms forward, letting your head hang heavy, or resting it on the mat. Again, check in with that left side. Make sure your hips are parallel to the mat. You're taking your inhale into that left hip. And then exhale, maybe sink a little deeper towards the mat. And on your next inhale, begin to come out of the pose, walking your hands towards your shins. Again, either first coming into that table or going straight into your downward facing dog. All meet in down dog, hips towards the ceiling, maybe lifting that left leg, shaking it out a couple times. And then steadying your downward facing dog. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, bring your knees down onto the mat, coming into your table, have a seat on your heels. And then swing your legs around in front of you. We're going to begin to come down onto the mat. But first, we'll come into a boat pose, walking your feet kind of towards your sit bones, grabbing behind your thighs, lifting your chest up, gazing forward, and then begin to rock back, your toes touching the mat, and then bringing your shins parallel to the mat. Maybe letting go of the back of your thighs, bringing your arms along the sides of your legs, keeping your chest lifted. Take one round of breath here. And then on your next inhale, begin to straighten your legs and kind of hover as we slowly lower down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way down, reaching your arms overhead, pointing your toes for a nice big stretch. And then hugging your knees into your chest, rocking from side to side. And then from here, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So bring your feet down onto the mat, feet about hip-width distance apart, knees towards the ceiling. Bring your arms by your side, palms facing towards the mat. Then inhale, push into your feet, lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Keeping your head on the mat, but tucking your chin towards your chest. You can either stay here, clasp your hands underneath you, walking your shoulder blades closer together. Really pushing into those feet, allowing them to lift you up rather than punching your butt. Take one more inhale here. And if you have the grip of your hands, release and exhale slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Hug your knees back into your chest for an inhale. Then exhale, bring your legs or your shins parallel to the mat, creating a 90-degree angle with your legs. And then bring your arms out like airplane arms or goalpost arms. You have the airplane, palms facing down. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, drop your knees to the left, coming into a twist. Maybe taking your gaze over your right fingertips. You can use that left hand, hold onto your right side, get closer. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your knees over towards the right. Maybe taking your gaze over your left fingertip. Maybe using that right hand to pull your left thigh down. Inhale, come back to center. Then for our final pose, we'll come into a happy baby. Either grabbing behind your thighs, pulling your knees toward your armpits. Grab the outsides of your feet, or big toes, pulling those knees in. And your shoulders and head sink into the mat. And maybe rock from side to side. Giving your low back massage. And hug your knees into your chest. One last time. And pulling your forehead towards your knees. Coming into a tiny ball. With a nice long inhale. And then exhale. Release. Coming into your Shavasana. Extending your legs long. Arms by your side. Stretch out away from you. Lift your chest. Hold your shoulder blades closer together. Then come back down. Either closing your eyes or softening your gaze. And then do that body scan once again. Checking in with your feet. Wiggle your toes. Let them relax. Keep flopping away from each other. Let your hips sink into the mat. Wiggle your fingers. Let them relax. Let your shoulders sink into the mat. Chest open. Wiggle your jaw a couple times. Let it relax. Soften the creases of your eyes and forehead. And then relax. And just taking these last couple of minutes to find some stillness. Still focusing on your yoga practice and be present. And I'll walk you out this time. You can begin to bring life into your body now. Wiggling your fingers and toes. Rolling your ankles and wrists. Letting your chin drop from left to right. Then inhale, reach your arms overhead, point your toes, a nice big stretch. And exhale your knees into your chest, rolling on either your left or right side, coming into Shavasana, fetal pose. Using this pose as a transition back into your day. And on your next inhale, make your way into a comfortable seat. Legs folded. And turn to the opposite fold this time. Opposite leg on top and bottom. Your knees fall down towards the mat. Spine long. Crown of your head towards the ceiling. Then close your eyes or soften your gaze. We'll take 3 rounds of breath together. Feel the intention at the beginning. Again, by exhaling all of your air. Inhale, fill your belly, expand your wrists, open mouth, release. 2 more rounds. I invite you to bring your hands to heart center, prayer pose, bowing your head in gratitude, thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today, for everything that your body has allowed you to do. I thank you for joining. The light in me honors the light in you.